we gotta talk about streaming. We gotta figure some shit out. First thing we gotta figure out is what the fuck is happening here.
Oh my god, can the camera see this? Oh my...
Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Oh my god! Oh my god, that was insane!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Carter put out a tweet saying, obviously Amazon makes money. Dan is clarifying that Amazon doesn't see that as Twitch profit.
That Kick makes Twitch money?
Meaning, in which way?
I think people relate that to AWS.
Oh, okay. So does it make? First of all, it's part of AWS. So the simple answer is, it doesn't make Twitch money because AWS is not part of Twitch.
Do you think that?
Okay, so mind you, he emphasized something right there.
So does it make? First of all, it's part of AWS. So the simple answer is, it doesn't make Twitch money.
It doesn't make Twitch money. It doesn't make Twitch money.
This happened while we were covering that debate. Guys, it's over, man. It's well and truly over. Holy shit. XQC has been bought by Kick for $100 million. How did they even get the capital? No shot. Dude. Gambling sites? Yeah, but $100 million's a lot of money, man. I don't know if this means that Kick is going to win out in the long run, but this looks so bad for Twitch. It's like one of their biggest streamers. This is like, okay, remember when Ninja got paid like $5 trillion to move on to like that one streaming website that existed for 5 seconds, and then he just spent like grinded his days away for 5 Mixer? Yeah.
I started this whole journey on Mixer, by the way. Before I came to Twitch, I started on Mixer, and I remember I was awkward as fuck. And I don't know, I have some fond memories of my very short time on Mixer. But this is a big deal. This is a big deal right here. XQC, as we all know, he's been like literally like the number 3 biggest and most paid streamer on Twitch. It was like the second or third biggest on the entire fucking platform. And now apparently he's with Kick, which is pretty fucking wild.
Kick was literally made so that like predatory gambling schemes could take root again. It's insane. Like it's a whole grift thing, you know?
Yeah, Kick is a really fucked platform. I mean that's why Aiden Ross and Trainwrecks moved over to there and got the big deals that they got, because like they had a huge fucking gambling fucking sponsorship thing going, and then Twitch was like, it's not very ethical, man, and so they put a stop to that, and then they moved to Kick not too long after. Like it's just like it's literally just for the bag. Like that's why they moved over. They just wanted the money that they were offering, you know, that Twitch was not offering. This is something I did not expect, honestly. I'm not surprised, but I didn't expect it.
Does XQC do gambling streams? I forget. Well, I don't forget. I just don't actually watch his streams.
I literally have never watched an XQC stream. I'm not gonna lie. I've never watched XQC, not once, not even for a solid like 30 seconds. Never in my life, because like I don't know, he just like doesn't interest me, you know?
He used to? Okay, yep, and that's it. It's just there's a lot of money there. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, fuck, bro.
No shit. No shit. Really? Yo. Hold up. So, Asmongold, for those who are not aware, is like the one true king of one true kings. He is like the guy that put together OTK. So that's a thing. That's wow. That is a thing. It seems like the platform is definitely dying. It is in its death throes right now. We'll talk about this more in a little bit, as far as we're concerned.
Yeah. I hate Kick, but like, dude, Twitch deserves this. Twitch is a horrible fucking platform. Did you guys see that recently? They like made a Partner Plus program where you get a 70-30 split, but it's only available for 1,000 partners.
We're gonna talk about this as well. Don't worry.
There are over 40,000 partners on Twitch and tons of people who aren't partnered. And they've already had an unofficial 70-30 split negotiated in individual contracts with big streamers before. So it's like, hey, to really show you guys how much we care, we'll give you the same split that YouTube does, but only 1,000 of you, and also we'd already been doing this privately with a bunch of people based on individual negotiation anyway. The XQC deal is not exclusive, so he can still stream on Twitch. Oh, isn't that worse? Because then it's like XQC fucking... It like will duo stream for the non-gambling content, and it'll be like, hey Twitch, and he's like over there too. That's worse.
That is salt in the wound. That's for sure, man.
Well, like fuck Twitch, right? Literally, like fuck Twitch. Twitch is a terrible fucking platform. Seriously, Twitch was fine and they ruined it. YouTube streaming is a lot better. It really is.
Not dropping a hint at all.
It's hard out there for a cracker. That's true.
The food. He's talking about the food. He's talking about the snack that is kind of like this piece of toast, but like crispier. Oh wow, this primordial form of a cracker is so delicious and so good. I am not fearing my Twitch overlords whatsoever. There's no force on this earth, God, that compares to that gas. There's no force on this earth that can get me to move to Kick. I would legit rather stop watching streams than to go to Kick. No, don't worry. We're going to talk about Kick. We're going to talk about Kick. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm moving to Kick. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That is a joke. That's a joke. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke. And we're going to talk about why I would never move to Kick. I'm not moving to Kick. I'm not. I know that I always lead into like some kind of ironic, like, no, I'm actually doing it, by saying that I'm not doing it, and like very unconvincingly saying that I'm serious, but I am 100% serious. We're not doing that, okay? A big reason, okay, why people are moving to Kick is because people want money. It's ultimately a grift, okay? Whether people are moving to Kick because you know, they want that $100 million deal, or because there's a better cut and they're able to actually pay their bills by doing things that they love doing, what they loved doing on Twitch, but it doesn't pay out nearly as much, so they're going to Kick. And I guess we can blame capitalism for that, you know? Unfortunately, we're all profit motive brained, you know, because that's the way we're all fucking raised, and that's the way that the economy is set up. You can't survive without money. You literally will die without money. The more money you have, the more, not just power, but like on the base minimal foundational level of what that provides, the more money you have, the more chance for survival, bare survival that you have guaranteed to you, right? And so people don't want to go broke. They don't want to go broke. And that's probably why I'm broke, because, you know, I'm woke.
Get the bag. if you want to get the bag, get the fucking bag. I will never tell you not to get the fucking bag. Okay? None of these goddamn companies are, every single one of these fucking companies have blood on their hands. Kick is a little bit more direct. As long as they're not like directly forcing you to fucking promote gambling or some shit like that, get the motherfucking bag and run. Okay? Sorry. That's just how I feel about the situation. And I'm always going to be on the side of my peers in this regard. Ultimately, get the motherfucking bag, baby.
He's not wrong, like, in the sense of kind of like I just said, like, people ultimately want to be able to make it doing what they love doing. Okay? So I don't blame people as far as their intentions and motivations are ultimately concerned. I'm not going to say that this isn't somewhat of a fucking grift on XQC's end, no different than Aiden Ross or Trainwrecks, you know, or fucking Amaranth. Apparently she's moving there too. I don't blame people for wanting to get paid and compensated fairly for, you know, this isn't a hard job. It's really not. I'm not gonna try to say that shit. But for fuck's sake, dude, it is like demanding. There is a lot of time that you need to put into this shit, and a lot of preparation, a lot of creativity put into this. Not everyone can do it. I encourage whoever wants to do it, but not everyone can do it. There have been many times where I'm like, can I do this? You know? So, you know, I get it. But let's talk about Kick. Let's talk about Kick. And let's talk about a VTuber who I've grown very attached to and have raided into several times. Ren.
Hello, flexing my muscles 24/7, 420. Welcome on in. Thank you for the 3 months.
Oh, look, it's the
Yes,
forbidden
my
rumpy
God.
emote that you can still use because of 7TV, but it's banned off Twitch. At least they updated their TOS to specifically say emotes
Yes,
that show the
my
butt
God.
are not allowed, which is dumb, but whatever. Whatever. They're like, oh, it's sexual. And I'm like, where? Where? Literally where? It's a giant fucking purple circle, you fucking jerks. Anyway, this is the point where I also think I should mention that Partner Plus program. I'm sure everyone's heard about it.
Mind you, real quick, I literally risked getting banned from your Discord, and I was really respectful about it. I was like, yo, I don't want to get banned or anything if this is like against your guys' fucking rules. I get it. Just go ahead and delete the post. But I feel like this needs to be known about as, like, you know, streamers. And I posted that link to Riverboat Jack's tweet. About Partner Plus. This was the same night where she goes live and she starts to talk about it.
Right? You've all heard. You all know. You all know about the thing. Or if you don't, basically, Twitch is rolling out a new thing where you have to hit like 300. If you hit 300 subs a month, recurring, not gifted, so it has to be non-prime, regular subs. Then you can get a 70-30 split. Is it 350? Yeah, it's like 350 or something. But I'm over halfway there a little bit. So, that's something to push for. Unfortunately, it's a thing that like we have to like I'd have to get individual people. It's nothing that gifted subs can affect. Yeah, they'll give you 70-30 if you hit that, but they'll give you 70-30 on even gifted subs and everything for a whole year. Oh! And then if you maintain it, you get to keep it like for the I think probably like the last 3 months of the year that you have it, then you get to keep it for the following year too. Bam! Yeah, it is a big improvement on the undocumented old thing, because they did sort of have information about how that worked. But basically what the old thing was is, if I remember correctly, it was like 500 recurring subs, non-gifted, non-prime, for like 6 months, and then maybe they would reach out to you. Maybe, if they really felt like it, which they would not. So there you go. There are too many complicated things that they can manipulate. I mean, yeah, but listen, this is streaming, and as a streamer, I gotta get my bag. I gotta do the best I possibly can with what I got. So
Capitalism is a son of a bitch.
I will push for it. Yeah. And I mean, like, it would actually make being partner more valuable than just having more emote slots, which honestly is nice, but could be way better. So I'm gonna be pushing for that. Ren the future Shy Lily. No, God, no. I don't think I'll ever be that big as a streamer, to be honest. To be fair though, I didn't think I was gonna get this big. I thought I was like, I shall be streaming to 5 people for the next 4 years, and that would be fine, and I will have a great time doing so. Oh no, don't get me wrong, Louis. I'll try hard, and I'll always push myself to do better and to grow. But I'm also just like, yeah, sorry, you're right, Nauticon. It is 5 people. You're all just really nice to me, and you each have 20 accounts, and it makes me feel better. Have to contain myself? No, I won't. Listen, if Amaranth is allowed to stream on this platform and do whatever the fuck she wants and not be permanently banned despite everything, then I can do whatever the fuck I want and not have to fucking suck up to them, and I can still get everything from them. So, like, I'm not at all worried. You don't have to suck up to Twitch. You just have to make them enough money. She's moving to Kick. Amaranth?
Yes,
Oh,
my dog.
I'm not surprised, because they allow adult content, and like they are offering big creators huge deals.
Remember that whole Aiden Ross thing where he showed porn on his stream? And there was totally like underage people in his chat. I remember that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so did you know that Amaranth is moving to Kick? No, that's interesting.
In order to get like huge they're offering them really good deals in order to make them move over. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
By the way, I'm not saying that as like, me trying to like accuse her of being a creep or anything like that. That's not how I meant that. What I meant was like, that's not going to end well. I just don't want to see her end up with charges on accident. You know what I'm saying?
It's a pretty unstable future, as it always is in the streaming community. Ren doesn't realize all his viewers are me on different accounts. Don't believe me? Watch this post me. Watch me post this on all my fucking accounts. Hi, Elo. Welcome to the stream.
Kick's audience is ... problematic to say the least. Oh boy. Yeah. Do we remember those times when like we would see clips of like Aiden Ross and Trainwreck's fucking streams, and we'd see their chat scrolling by, and it's like literally like the N-word and like calling Jews like the K slur and shit like that? Do we remember seeing stuff like that? I'm not saying anything. It's just really interesting. This is really interesting how that happens over on Kick, and the whole like 40% thing, that totally isn't like in association with like a certain demographic of people that's like, almost 500 bills deep into discrimination that borderlines on genocide. Yeah, it's just, I'm not saying anything, okay? Not implying anything. I'm just saying it's really interesting how, they have like an audience that's like that, I mean, Kick is just a wild place,
Will I move to Kick? I mean, probably not. I mean, it honestly depends. Like, I'm not gonna say no. In the same way, like if someone asked me, would I ever move to YouTube? My answer is not necessarily no. Is that what it would require for me to continue doing this to support myself? and like make a living, in which case, unfortunately, yes, because it is my job. I have to make enough money to pay for all my rent, my car, my fucking insurance, my dogs, have money saved up in case of emergency vet visits, you know? Oh, it is. Kick is funded by gambling sites, and Twitch is funded by Amazon with its basically slave labor warehouses. And then we have YouTube, which is hosted by Google. Haha. Haha.
Hello, I'm looking for ethical consumption under capitalism.
Ethical consumption machine broke.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
True! There is a reason why everyone is moving to Kick. Okay? Like I said. And it's money. It's ultimately what it is. Whether it's the big bucks or simply being able to pay rent and get your groceries and pay your electric and your internet bill by doing the things you like doing. You know, in being an entertainer. And there's nothing wrong with that. In and of itself, there's nothing wrong with that. But if Twitch ever hopes to like to stay around and not just erode into something that's insignificant and has been, then they need to change everything about what they do. You, Twitch, need to change everything about what you do. Everything. Everything. Personal message to Ren, if you ever happen to come across this video, and message to any other streamer, even remotely, minutely considering moving to Kick. And Ren, by the way, this isn't like me talking shit or anything like that. That's not like that at all. I have a lot of respect for her. She's pretty PogChamp. But I do feel the need to say this, and this is where we're going to end this segment on. The fact of the matter is that there are literal fucking Nazis on there. Don't fucking do it. Just don't. Just don't. Like, literally don't do it. Don't do it. It's a bad move. And here's the thing. You have the choice to brush it off if you want. You have the choice, and that's fine. That's fine. If you don't think that that's like a serious thing, or that it's not that serious, right? It's not Nazis. They're just like really toxic people or whatever. And if you want to chalk it up to that, that's fine. But you're wrong. I've literally had friends, fellow smaller streamers on this website get doxxed, and this is secondhand information, so I personally don't know this as like a verified fact. But apparently 4chan, whenever they want to scare somebody who's been doxxed, whenever they want to fuck with people, apparently a telltale sign that it's 4chan, I guess like their signature or whatever the fuck, whatever, is like door dashing or Grubhubbing like Chinese food to that person's door without like any name attached to it or where it came from. It's like basically, apparently, if there's Chinese food laid at your door and you don't know where it came from and you didn't order it, yeah, no, apparently that's fucking 4chan and you've been doxxed. That happened to a friend of the Greycraft cult, who I'll leave anonymous because it's not my business to talk about like that, but just know that shit happens. If you get targeted, and if someone really wants to try hard enough, they will try to fuck with you. Which is why I personally find doing this, as fulfilling as it is, dangerous, potentially. For fuck's sake, I advocate for socialism and communism and anarchism. I'm a fucking Marxist. Like, if someone really doesn't like me that much and they want to try and dissuade me from continuing this kind of content as effectively as they can try to, they will try to, you know? And unfortunately, sometimes that involves doxing someone and fucking with them by sending Chinese food at their door. So Ren, if you happen to come across this video and come across the fact that that you're a part of this video, Again, it's not me talking shit or anything like that. It's genuinely like a heartfelt warning. Fucking don't, because there are literal psychopaths who live in their mom's fucking basements. For fuck's sake, like not too long ago, there was that whole thing. Luckily, no one bought any, but there was that whole thing with the fake estrogen. I think it was called "I Can't Believe It's Not Estrogen," and it turned out it was testosterone, along with like Arakawanda, something like that. I butchered that name. I know for a fact I did, but it's some plant in the fucking nightshade family. Like, this shit was fucking poison. And it was a far-right op to try to get trans girls to take testosterone without them knowing, and basically, like, literal fucking poison. So, you being a gay dog anime waifu girl on the fucking internet, you know, obviously you're very outspoken and very like opinionated, and you know that's why I like you so much. But at the same time, like a lot of incels and fascists on the fucking internet don't like that. You got fucking Nick Fuentes out there who literally are like, yeah, we should do the whole thing with like women should not like speak up to men or anything like unironically, right? Like we'll be like, no, that's the America that we need, you know? And with like this, everything I just said in mind, if you think moving to Kick is a good move, I don't respect that logic whatsoever, because there's no logic in that. You are just walking into a you're walking into a wasp nest. You're walking into a pit of snakes. It's not going to end well. Even if that shit never happens to you, the fact that that motherfucker is funded by gambling sites and shit like that, and promotes gambling sites and shit, and like knowing how much that destroys people's fucking lives, you know, as a fucking recovering addict myself, I can imagine how gambling ruins people very easily. I can very easily imagine that. And that's like a huge thing with them. So if you want to move to that platform and support that, I mean, sure, fine, go for it, get the bag, but just have that in mind, that that's what you're walking into, you know, and that those are all the reasons why I don't advocate for that, and don't ever want to move to Kick, and will not ever move to Kick, and am begging for Twitch to fix their shit and get their heads out of their egomaniacal assholes and just fucking eat a slice of humble pie, realize that they majorly fucked up after majorly fucking up after majorly fucking up and majorly fucking up. Twitch, fix your shit. I don't want to move to YouTube, but if I have to, I fucking will. Period. You know, so yeah, I wrote a letter to Twitch. Maybe if everyone @s Twitch on their Twitters or what have you, on their social media that Twitch is also on, you know, get their attention with this, and you know, put it in, you know, Discords that, you know, are adjacent to the Greycraft cult that we overlap their audience with. You know, share this around when this becomes a video. Share it around. I really want you guys to, because I think that this perfectly encapsulates it. Hello, my name is Josh, or better known on the internet to just over 300 people as JC Greycraft. I'm a political streamer who views and discusses subjects and details thereof from a far-left perspective. I am more than aware that I have a bias on a plethora of topics based on this fact alone, but something needs to be said. And I cannot concern myself with whether or not I am merely screaming into the void, or whether or not anyone at Twitch headquarters really gives a damn. What I am about to say is what needs to be said. And I encourage their upper echelons and my fellow streamers, especially the smaller ones, to heed my words, if only for 5 minutes, give or take. Twitch has a program known as Twitch Partner Plus. They have also made decisions, some long ago, some more so recent, that together are now making a big impact and yielding negative consequences that may or may not be properly perceived by Twitch leadership. Recently, Twitch tried to impose new, tighter regulations on what is and is not allowed as far as sponsorships are concerned. This would have caused a presumably foreseen chain reaction that would inevitably lead streamers on the platform to go through Twitch to acquire a sponsorship, not outside of the platform, not through third parties, not through even the sponsors themselves, but we would be incentivized, or bottlenecked is probably more accurate, to go through Twitch, which means they are guaranteed to get a cut of profits from said sponsored streams, where prior it would have gone purely to the streamer and content creator if they went through extra Twitch avenues of attaining this. Keep in mind the fact that sponsorships have historically been the most direct, fastest, and greatest yield of revenue for streamers of any and all sizes and backgrounds. Twitch got a lot of pushback, and they eventually relented and conceded, reversing this dreadful decision. But of course, not without efforts. First, to explain away the decision as if necessary, understandable, reasonable, and sensible, rather than what it actually was. Flat out greedy. Twitch also has the Twitch Turbo feature, which has been around since 2013, or thereabout. This would allow viewers to pay nearly double what it would cost to subscribe to an individual streamer in order to gain access to all of Twitch and the streamers on the platform completely ad-free, along with some other honestly negligible and less than glamorous features like some extra emotes and whatnot. There are many poor people in the United States, or at least many working people who are living paycheck to paycheck, and thus whatever money they have is proportional to how comfortable their lives can be while trying to merely survive. Groceries, gas for the car, gas repairs, car insurance, car payments, electric bill, gas bill, water bill, rent or mortgages, childcare and or child support, alimony, or that one vacation every once in a while. All while taking off their shoes and socks at the end of the workday, potentially tuning in to watch their favorite streamer be a goofball, playing video games that they either also enjoy or that they themselves do not have time to enjoy firsthand. Which option do you think they would rather choose, based on the material conditions of the average Joe and Jane? $4.99 a month for one streamer ad-free, or $11.99 a month for any, every, and all content created throughout the entirety of the platform itself? No matter what content is being produced, who the streamer is, or how big their audience and community may or may not be. Most likely the latter, and I can't blame them. We all got a budget, seeing how not all of us are XQC or Hassan. However, does whoever the viewer watch while subscribed to Twitch Turbo get their fair share of the money made off of Twitch Turbo? How does it work exactly? As far as the streamer side of the street is concerned, it remains nebulous and unclear. Thus, it kind of just comes off like a way for Twitch to make money without having to feel obligated to pay their streamers. On top of this, the viewer is no longer financially incentivized to watch smaller streamers and help grow their community and expand their brand. While bigger streamers don't have to worry about this, smaller streamers entirely depend on things like top-of-the-hour ad breaks, which may or may not be happening right now, unless you give me $4.99 a month, or a cultist will gift you a gift sub free for the first month, or link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, give me your Twitch Prime, yada yada yada. Top-of-the-hour ad break starts now. I'm sorry if you missed some content.
One eternity later.
While bigger streamers don't have to worry about this, smaller streamers entirely depend on things like top-of-the-hour ad breaks to persuade unsubscribed viewers to subscribe in order to avoid said ad break. But if they have Twitch Turbo, the viewer automatically bypasses them without ever having to invest in the small streamer directly. They could just jump from stream to stream to stream to stream, all that they want, without ever giving directly to anyone, other than Twitch itself. Which leads me to ask, where does the money go? If it goes to whoever the viewer views the most, is it more than just a few cents, if any at all? Either way, whatever the answer may be, how would anyone sound of mind reasonably expect any smaller streamer to stay motivated to continue streaming? What if this dissuades smaller streamers from continuing onward, at least on Twitch, which would lead to the logical conclusion of there only being the bigger streamers on the platform eventually. And they're at some point going to retire, move on to different ventures, projects, prospects, or do something virtually harmless like saying the word cracker to get themselves banned off the platform. Then the revenue runs dry. What then? You got no more streamers, then your viewer base migrates to a competing platform like Kick or YouTube. Twitch does not even matter to you. Twitch makes a boatload of money as is, and they're ultimately owned by Amazon. Doesn't matter if Twitch fails. With that being said, I present Twitch Partner Plus, a smaller streamer. By the username Riverboat Jack recently called for a Twitch blackout in retaliation against Twitch Partner Plus. In solidarity with smaller streamers, this program is ultimately a skewed, privileged, virtually oligarchic imbalance of favor in the attention economy that so many of us are used to having to trudge through in the industry. There are less than 43,000 Twitch partners on the platform, and yet only 2.5% of Twitch partners qualify for the program. That amounts to just over 1,000 streamers, and in total, we are talking about 0.012% of all streamers on the platform entirely. In order to achieve this, you have to already be partner and receive a consecutive amount of 350 individual subscribers or more a month. And gifted subs don't count. By definition, this is oligarchy. Period. And it is disgusting, greedy, and corrupt. Twitch seems to want to make as much money as possible while paying their streamers, who make them their profits in the first place, as little as possible, and expect us to be grateful for it. It seems to me as if Twitch just simply does not care whatsoever whether or not the platform succeeds or fails, simply because they're owned by a titanic international conglomerate like Amazon. Because if they did care, let alone if they cared for the streamers on their platform and treated us like people with dreams of success in doing what we love, in being entertainers, then they would consider every decision they make or propose, and how they would affect the most vulnerable amongst us. Because the bigger streamers are all right now. They've made it. They've made their investments back and then some. But we who have damn near bankrupted ourselves, on the gamble of a lifetime, we get left in the dust. Lift yourselves up by your bootstraps while we do everything we can to super glue the souls to the ground. Twitch's policies have been less than comprehensive, needlessly convoluted, and or downright self-serving and exploitative. And they've been getting away with it because they know that there's no other platform like theirs with terms of service that, as inconsistent as they can also be at times, keep communities relatively safe from cyberbullying, harassment, doxing, and most other places in between. And because so, they obviously think they can just get away with it. We're Twitch. Where the fuck are you gonna go? They take us for granted, and enough is enough. If Twitch does not completely overhaul their entire system and reset the way that literally everything is run, Twitch will ruin everything for themselves and for the people who use and enjoy their platform. There are so many good ideas that could catapult this platform back into being the innovative forefront of the industry, to set as example an industry-wide standard that it once was. And they would work, but it would still require Twitch to hold counsel with the streamers they host on the site. Prevent catastrophe, earn back the respect of the community, and everyone earns more money in the short term and in the long term. Win-win-win. And everybody can win, but only if greed loses. I want to see Twitch succeed. I care about this platform. I really do. However, Twitch's self-sabotaging conduct is the only thing at fault here, and it needs to stop. Amazon's profit motive is not more important than millions of people's dreams. Twitch might performatively agree with this sentiment, but I quite frankly have no reason to believe them. And none of us really do, so prove us wrong. Make your platform cater to the needs and desires of your streamers, or don't. And watch everything that paved the way to the popularity, ingenuity, and artistry of live streaming crumble into dust to be condemned to the chaotic winds of time as it falls between your dollar-laden claws. Your platform, your choice, but it's still our future. Don't fuck with us. Stop taking us for granted.